What is going on, guys and girls? It is GhostRobo, and this is Might and Magic Duel of Champions, a trading card game transformed into video game format. And you know, I've really been getting a kick out of all of these lately, playing a ton of Hearthstone and looking for something with a little bit more meat on its bones, and I think this fits the bill. If you have never heard of the Might and Magic franchise, or if you're not really familiar with that universe, it's perfectly okay. I really wasn't either, and I was able to jump right in and enjoy the heck out of this one. I've put a link to download the game because it's free to play in the description below. You can go find that if you like what you see and you want to check it out for yourself. Now, I'm jumping in to the campaign here. I've already gone through training, and basically I'm going to let the game speak for itself. I'm going to show you a match and hopefully give you guys sort of an overview of what's going on. This is actually pretty legit. You know, I had not heard of this until I started looking for these other collectible card game, sort of video game format versions of what I have been enjoying. I like Magic the Gathering. When I was younger, I played all the Yu-Gi-Ohs and the Pokemons and even Dragon Ball Z and a lot of those games, and really enjoyed it. And somehow these have re-tickled that itch, that sort of competitive flair and just collectible fun. Of course, this has purchasable packs, and this has everything you could possibly want in terms of deck building and creation and all of those systems as well. And it's pretty darn legit in the sense that there is already like world champions. In fact, they're having the next world champion, the second world champion, will be crowned November 1st at the Paris Games Week for this Might and Magic Duel of Champions, which I thought was pretty cool. The way the game kind of works is that you have sort of a main hero here, and you can pick a boatload of different ones, and they have all these skills that they can increase. As I said, it's a little bit meatier, so I'm not going to go through every rule, but basically you still have a mana pool that you're using to pick cards, creatures and spells and stuff like that, put them on the field, and go to town against your foe, who looks a lot like Thor, as if he just drank all day and got lost in his own quandaries for about 20 years. Anyways, they have really nice card artwork. It's really clear and crisp and cool, and I think something you can get into, like I said, even if you're not like a diehard Might and Magic dude. So what I'm going to do is I always like to increase my strength, and that's what I'm going to do right off the bat, and play down one of these skeleton spearmen. Now, the way the battle works is you have 4 rows, 2 columns. There's a melee column and a shooter / long range column. You've got an attack, you've got a retaliation, and a health. And so the way this works is you attack creatures and try to take down the opposition, who is sitting here with 20 health. And the different heroes have different abilities and such, and of course, as you buy packs and win tournaments and complete challenges, you will get better and better heroes through acquiring cards. But these guys are immune to retaliation, so no real point in doing anything but killing them right off the bat. I'm going to be a little bit crafty. Let's line this guy up right here. He's immune to retaliation. My guy doesn't have retaliation as is, so we're just basically setting up a blocking wall. The training was pretty good, self-explanatory. I didn't really have any questions. I didn't have to go online, and for me, that's a huge deal with any of these kind of games, especially when it involves a lot of systems that they expect and need you to pick up super fast. Like, hey, you have to be ready to go. But they did a nice job of just introducing everything that I needed to learn right from the bat. As you can see, I'm acquiring 1 mana every time, so now it's a reusable pool, so I have 2 to use now every turn. He's got some flying guys, which I have yet to encounter. They kind of creep me out here. So let's look at my cards and see what I got going on. A Plague Zombie I can't use yet. Destroys all ongoing spells on a target creature. I do not want to do that. Enchant Creature. After Enchanted Creature moves or attacks, deal 2 damage, so I could basically kill off one of these guys, but I think it's probably best to line my ranks. I'm surprised that this guy started with such a good hand. It's kind of impressive. He's immune to retaliation, and he infects. Different from this guy, as you can see. This guy's just immune to retaliation, but his stronger brethren also has sort of a poison type effect. And there's a lot of like terms that you might not be familiar with, but for the most part, they all kind of boil down to effects that you would know from any other game, just maybe tweaked a little in their wording. I kind of want to use 2 creatures at once, but that's not going to work here, so I have to pay to attack with him. That kind of sucks. So I guess I'm going to lay down another Spearman who's immune to retaliation and can kind of hopefully deal some damage up here. We're not going to really get anywhere with this guy, but might as well start chipping away and end our turn. You know, this space I think is really coming into its own. There's a lot of iOS card games, Ascension, Soulforge, and a bunch of different ones that kind of, it seems like this sort of renaissance of the TCG, CCG in video game format. This guy is freaking going ham. I have been kind of wiping the floor so far, and not the case in this round. Wow, wow, wowzer. Yeah, let's take strength to the next level here. Increase our might. In fact, and he's got 5. Probably a good guy to have, but again, he's lining up so many dudes. I'm a little bit worried here. What are these things? You also have these 2 event cards. Each person brings some event cards to the table, and then they can be used at any time. None of these, unfortunately, really allow me to take down creatures, which kind of sucks, because that's what I'm in the most dire need of. None of these guys have spells on, right? No. Okay. Hate to do this, but put him there, and you know, we're gonna kind of bear the brunt of quite a bit of damage. I'm surprised that this battle started off with such an aggressive opponent. He's kind of going crazy. Freak of nature. I don't know if we just. I think we're doomed from the get-go. Let's see if we can pull this one out. In fact, this is kind of interesting to show because sometimes these games early on provide no challenge, and I do respect and appreciate that there's quite a bit of that going on. Increasing attack and stuff does no good to me. I can only attack the front row, and he will take me down to 1. All right, with 4 mana, I gotta get dudes out here. It's really all I can hope to do at this point. 3 attacks doesn't really matter. Alright. My poor dude up here is really, really kind of struggling. We're down to 10. He's at 20. Drunk Thor is one freak of nature up here. It moves pretty quickly. There are no timers. Something that bugs me about some of these is like the timers, and you feel like you're sitting there for 5 minutes in between turns. There's no like required timers to cycle through here. It kind of just goes at a brisk pace and lets you see what's going on, and you do have to pay attention. Like, it's not going to be like opponent attacked, blah 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 blah. But you do get a lot of goodness in here pretty darn quickly. Let's boost this. +3 attack. Don't really need that right now though. Yeah, I'm in such bad shape. I think we're going to lose here, but it's a good chance to show you all the systems and see what's going on. Again, you attack, and you can't damage, obviously, the target creature until you have really laid down your pain. Some of them can go in either position, which is nice and nifty. I'm going to put her at the front, though, and try and get some retaliation going on. Destroying all ongoing spells does not much for me, and I can't use. He does have a draw card power, but I can only use 1 of those per turn. So there's a lot of management going on, especially with these 4 resources and balancing mana and everything like that. He's basically supercharging up to really just make our day miserable. Ugh. I like these harpy bird girls. Renar harpy. They look like something that would really mess you up in kind of a nasty way. That's a big flying creature, which I could put out as a block. Actually, let's see what happens with our attacks first. Stop it. Get out of here. We can take him out. I gotta go through here first, which means we take nothing back. Good. I don't know. Can I hold out, you think? Let's see what we can do. Enchant a creature. All right, after it attacks or moves, deal 2 damage to it. So that will lay kind of if I pull this off, holy crap. All right, let's increase that for the heck of it. 7 mana is quite a bit. He's got a lot of room to work with, and a lot of things he can do at this point. So I don't know if we will be able to hold out here, but I'm kind of glad that I got to show you a really difficult battle. Because, like I said, tutorials and opening campaigns, sometimes they just kind of cakewalk you and don't let you really enjoy the struggles of a TCG or the struggles of different things. If an opponent has more cards, well, that ain't the case. I need to draw a card because I need monsters. Give me thy monster. I think I'm still in serious trouble here. Yeah, I think we're gonna bite the dust. Now, Goodness gracious. It doesn't really matter what I do at this point. Oh, I could have. Oh, see, that's why you have to pay attention, because I could have used these additional icy weapons to increase my chances. I can make us draw another card, which I might as well do. That's kind of a cool system that there's these permanent event cards always available to you. I really kind of enjoy that as well. I lay down protecting Lair from everywhere. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, because he does have double attack power on the top 2 rows. And what's interesting about this is it kind of feels like almost like a tactical RPG system in the sense, because you are, placing your guys in specific alignments and arrangements, and I think it adds quite a bit of strategy when you it's not just like free-for-all place them around. You do have some restrictions, but at the same time you can kind of align your forces, like I said, almost in a RPG type system. I really should have used those icy weapons, and perhaps I could have put myself in a better position to win. I am going to use the draw a card. Ooh, this guy looks cool. Infect 2. Freaking gigantic Egyptian Sphinx turned up on poison roids. I can't use her, though. Okay. It's not going to really help at this point. Perhaps it wouldn't have even helped previously, as I can only kill these guys. He just got played, so I can't use them. There's Summoning Sickness, as you would expect. I'm sorry, I don't think I can win. No! Leaving mana on the field sucks, but what are you going to do? I'm kind of a beginner at this, so please don't hate for not perfect play. I have in my mind so many different card games that learning a new one is kind of crazy, but also kind of very exciting, and we totally just bit the dust in there. But I like that, because it shows that the game doesn't pull any punches. It doesn't mess around. It's not, even though it's free to play, it is in no way a baby game or anything crummy by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, if you guys enjoy this and want me to re-challenge and come back for more, I would love to play a little bit more of this and see if we can take down Drunk Thor and maybe progress further beyond. If you like it as well, feel free to download it, and there's a link in the description. You can play it as well along with me. You don't have to wait for any crazy beta codes or anything like that. You can just jump right in and enjoy some TCG action in a video game space, which, like I said, I'm really, really enjoying and really kind of on board with in my spare time when I'm not doing YouTubes. But for right now, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Drink some hot chocolate. Hope you're all doing fantastic. We will see you all later.